Canyon's value has dropped by 43% after it was revealed the brand made a net loss of £32 million last year. That's over 43 million US dollars. And it's almost 3 times what they lost in 2023. Although their revenue pretty much stayed the same both years. So it's bad news for the investment company that bought just over 50% of Canyon in 2020 at the height of the COVID boom. They paid £337 million for those shares, or $457 million. But they say the shares are now worth 35% less than when they bought them, and 43% less than in 2023. However, Canyon's revenue has almost doubled from when they bought in, so that's something at least. But it looks like they're not out of the woods yet. A spokesman told Bike Europe they're predicting another challenging year this year, and they say they're taking a cautious approach, including avoiding building up excess inventory. So good luck finding any 2XSs in stock now.
There's not going to be any, is there?
Yeah, I realise I said a lot of numbers there. Yeah, the headline is that the share price is 43% down.
Well, if the share price is down, who cares? Because no one's buying those shares anyway.
Hodl.
So it doesn't really affect anyone. I don't think the accounts are a true reflection of the operational objectives of Canyon. They are selling an astronomical amount of bikes. And yes, technically they're losing money, but they're huge. They're absolutely huge.
Do you think this is an accounting thing?
Well, it's too hard, probably, but you can't speculate on it without actually knowing what they're doing and what they're objecting. Yes, they might just be losing money, but at that scale, they can kind of afford to lose some money as well.
Well, I think what it probably is they're no different from anyone else right now. I don't think that anyone's having a fantastic time unless you're in a business that has a diverse portfolio. If you are solely a cycling business right now, you're probably not having the best time. I think you're not saying you're not saying this is fine, it's just accounting. They are even acknowledging that it's a difficult time for the bike industry. 2025 seems to remain a difficult time. We had this idea of survive until 2025, and I think that's now gone out the window. So I don't think you're saying everything's actually fine. What you're saying is they're not likely to go under.
Correct.
They're buoyant. They can weather the storm.
On
probably.
the 2025, survive till 2025, I think where we are now is BAU. It's business as usual. It's just this is the new normal. This is the new scale of things. They will have inevitably sold based on forecasts based in the COVID era,
Yep.
Which would have been astronomical in comparison. Although, as they've said here, their revenue is actually significantly up compared to COVID. So they have obviously had a huge amount of growth. But at the end of the day, an investment company's spent a lot of money on the basis they're going to make a lot of money, and no doubt they will eventually make a load of money, just perhaps not in as quickly as they were expecting to.
I saw that apparently their plan is to open more physical stores as well.
Oh, interesting. 'Cause that's expensive.
It is expensive, yeah. It'll still be direct to consumer, I assume. It'll be their own stores, but maybe they're going down the route of you have more physical product, people get to try it, touch it, and actually encourages more sales. I'm assuming it'll likely be more of a showroom type thing.
Oh, for sure. Or a service hub as well.
They have a lot of proprietary stuff, and they've had to do things like they kind of partner with James's shop, for example, and they'll give him trade price or whatever they consider to be trade price so they can swap bars and things like that. So this will mean they've actually got their own place, which is better.
I would imagine it'll also mean that they will do, and they're definitely strong at doing it anyway, is more products within the range for cyclists. So we already know they do bottles and cages, and I think they'll probably do more and more of that, clothing, accessories, so that if they are going to have more shops, they can just absolutely cram it full of Canyon stuff.
Bottle cages that only fit their bottles.
It's not exactly true, but it's pretty close.
Interestingly, I heard that actually running is having a real moment right now.
Yeah, and I love this. Because the amazing thing about running is that the entry requirements are so small. And I think probably my thoughts on it are COVID boom, everyone bought a bike. If the bug doesn't catch you, you go, well, I still want to do exercise, but I don't particularly want to ride a bike. where's the next space to go? Running or gym. And I think the gym space is so littered full of meatheads. Can I say meatheads? It's so littered full of testosterone that it's just not a very inviting space, whereas running is just so inclusive.
Yeah, so we heard that apparently there's lots of new sales are showing that there's lots of new people taking up running, whereas obviously we're not seeing that in cycling. It's definitely a much lower barrier to entry, isn't it? In terms of the equipment you need, in terms of the like how fast you can go out the door, in terms of how much time you have to dedicate to it, and in terms of safety as well, really.
Or at the very least, perceived safety. Whether it's actual or not, it's definitely perceived, isn't it?
Because if you think, I always think about, like, specifically from the female perspective, people say, you know, why don't more women take up cycling? And there is a safety aspect. I do think this is very generally, but I think women have a lower risk appetite. But also it's time aspect. You know, generally women tend to take on more family caring roles kind of thing, whether that's all like parents or children or whatever, and will usually be working too. So trying to get out for an hour, 2 hours, and all of the faff of the kit up, and that it can just be, it's too much of a barrier kind of thing. Whereas if you can put on some shoes, you can go out for 20 minutes and you can actually get a good workout. You don't have to drive anywhere to a gym or whatever. I think it makes sense.
20 minutes of running is all you need to do.
Yeah.
Couple of times a week, 20 minutes, and you are knacked.
Is this the point we pivot and announce we're going to start a running channel?
No, running is my sacred activity.
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't really know. It means I'm not pulling a camera out and I don't want to talk about it. Shh. Next topic.
Okay.
No, there's some things in life, like, you remember I used to play guitar sometimes in my videos? We did, in fact, with Stacey.
Yep.
I wonder what she's doing now. Anyway, stopped doing that, and it's been a nice thing to keep very separate from work.
Yeah.
So it's just generally like some things are work, some things are not. And I think it's good to draw that line.
I actually totally agree. There's no better way to ruin your hobby than make it your job. And that is part of the reason I didn't ride a bike for 2 years. I was in not a very good headspace. And now I'm back on it. So hopefully it doesn't get ruined.
That's how you think about it. Like now the videos we're making where we do actually go out and ride a bike, it is a bike ride, but it's not a bike ride. Do you know what I mean? It's not very well described.
I'm going to say yes.
But it's not me going out for an enjoyable bike ride. That is now very separate, and I don't take any things with me and I'm not trying not to think about work, and that it's a different thing.
Well, I think one of the differences when we are filming, it's we need these roads for those shots. We need to go to this section so that we can shoot that. Whereas when we actually just ride a bike for fun, we go, well, what do we want to achieve? Right, we just want to have a chat. Right, okay, we'll go here and just spin around.
Straight to Greg's.
If you Benny.
Yeah, me and Benny's rides have only been there.
You did actually show up at our house for a meeting with Greg somehow.
How? There isn't one on the way. Yeah. That's a big detour. He's 80 miles.
He's a massive detour to go to Greg's.
No, but I get what you're saying. It's about compartmentalizing and separating work, isn't it? And that's what we were historically very bad at, Jimmy. We'd go out in kit on our bikes and we'd just start taking pictures, and then all of a sudden you're in that work brain, and you know, it shouldn't happen. So
it's why those lifestyle-y type of videos, like, I know some people miss them, but they it's
brutal.
Good for you. Yeah, it's weirdly brutal. I mean, it's not like, I say hard. I said in the intro to the announcement video that we just made, I'm like, making videos is hard, and then looking back at that, I'm like, it's not hard. Like, you're not down a mine. It's just draining, and it's just, you reach a point where you just got to do something else. You got to follow a different focus, and it's just not the same thing.
Totally, it is a hard thing. It's mental fatigue, isn't it? I think you have to give yourself time to just not think about stuff, so that when you come back to it, you're more creative, more juices flowing and stuff. Otherwise, if you never switch off, everything just gets harder and maybe
burnout.
Not as good. It's burnout.
That's what
it's exactly
burnout
what it is,
isn't it?
And I guess the lesson here, because this isn't like a boohoo us.
No, not at all.
Make sure you're not sacrificing the things that you enjoy doing for something else. It's a Mr. Demotivator moment.
Yeah. Do less.
Remember to do the things you like and don't make them essentially.
Balance.